Hendrick Motorsports, they can't get themselves a win. Specifically, Chase Elliott. They cannot close this stuff out. With the exception of Auto Club, they cannot close it out, man. 2020, they have had such good cars, but they cannot close it out. Whether it's getting wrecked by someone with a few laps to go, or it is making a questionable, very questionable, we will call it that for now, pit call. My oh my. So if you didn't see, we're going to talk about the end of the race first. Chase Elliott leading. It looks like he's going to redeem himself from Darlington on Wednesday. Woo! Nope. William Byron's tire decides to crap itself. Decides, nope, I'm done for the night. That tire decides to blow out with 2 laps to go. Caution comes out. Chase Elliott is left with a decision. Stay out. Either way, I'll admit, this is a complicated situation. You stay out, everyone's going to pit. You go in, everyone's going to stay out. But we saw this at Las Vegas. Ryan Blaney in the 12 leading with overtime. 2 laps, 2 green flag laps, maybe 1.5 if there's a crash on the white flag. Ryan Blaney pits. He pits, that's right. Finishes 13th or something. Joey Logano, first car to stay out, wins the race. What happens tonight? Chase Elliott pits. He gets a little bit lucky. Some cars go up the track. There's a lot of chaos. He ends up finishing 3rd. You look at 3rd. You think, good finish. Well, no. I'm not happy with the 3rd place finish as a Chase Elliott fan. Brad Keselowski, first car to stay out, wins. What does that tell you? I mean, I guess that tells you Penske wins all these situations. But let's be real here. Clean air means more than tires. Now, if Jimmy Johnson had gotten out front, he would have probably won. With this package, when you get clean air, you are in good position. Let me tell you. For 2 laps, you can hold them off for 2 laps. You really can. Unless I get side by side with you, you can hold them off 2 laps. You really can. Because you can't dive it in the corner. You can't really push them up the track much. What are you going to do? They can't do much. If you can get clear, if you can have that clean air, you're good. You are fine. You're good. You're going to pull ahead and win, or you're going to at least stay and win. But for some reason, they made the call to pit. I really don't know why. I'm so mind-boggled by it. As you can see, look at me. I don't know what to say. They pitted, and it cost them the race. They got a good finish, but God, they had a good car. It really showed up at the end there. They were able to get the lead. We're leading 40-so laps. They decide to pit. It really is a tough situation with where you are because everyone's going to do opposite of what you do. But all Elliott had to do right there on that final restart is get a half-decent restart. He gets a half-decent restart. If he's able to clear the car behind him, he's good. All he's got to do is go to the next few corners, and he wins. He wins the Coca-Cola 600, but they didn't think that was necessary. That pit call, it really is a tough call, don't get me wrong, but I think you got to stay out there, especially when you don't have any wins yet. I think you got to stay out. And you could potentially have your teammate to the side of you, Jimmy Johnson, teammate Alex Bowman behind you. Heck, even if Keselowski stays out with Elliott, you got Johnson behind you if Johnson stays out. So you could have teammates around you that aren't going to wreck you for the win or anything. They're still going to race you hard, but they're not going to wreck you because they know that's not the greatest thing to do. It's frustrating. It really is. I think you stay out there. In my opinion, my honest opinion, I think you stay out there. You go for the win. You get the track position. You keep the track position. I think that clean air in this specific engine and aero package is worth so much. The clean air means so much, and the dirty air behind you just ruins everyone else. So I guess I'd be more in the aero. And of course, with the 550 horsepower, you can't really. There's no need to lift, so no one can really send it in on you. They really can't. So it really is a frustrating situation. The 9 team this year they really could have 4 wins this year. They could have won Las Vegas if they didn't blow that tire after sweeping the stages. They could have won Phoenix if they didn't have that loose wheel issue. They could have won at Darlington if it wasn't for that crash, and they could have won tonight. I guess you could say the same about Blaney. He could have had 3 wins or whatever, but this team, they're finding weird ways to lose races, and it's really frustrating as a fan of that team. They just lose in the weirdest ways. And finally, they have an opportunity to win it for themselves, and they end up screwing themselves. This wasn't anyone else's fault. This wasn't some odd luck. This was just purely on themselves making a poor call. You look at the results. You see a third-place finish. You're thinking, oh, that's still a good finish. That's still a good points day. They got a lot of stage points and stuff. But look, that will help you in the long run, I think. But wins in this system mean so much. 5 playoff points mean so much in this system. You got to go for that. When you've got a car that's done well all night, and apparently Gustafson made that call based off of an earlier restart, and that earlier restart, they did not do too hot on old tires. Well, guess what? This is 2 laps to go with the race on the line, not 200 laps to go with a potential long green flag run or whatever you were doing at the time. This is 2 laps to go. You have an opportunity to get clean air, hold everyone off. So that is my little frustration about this race. Yeah, I honestly thought I was going to melt down there. I'm surprised I didn't. I really could have, but, it's like 11 o'clock at night. My parents are probably, trying to sleep, so I don't want to freak them out by start just making loud scream anger noises at midnight. But Brad Keselowski won the Coca-Cola 600. First time a Ford has won the Coca-Cola 600 since 2002, so good for Ford, good for Keselowski in the Miller Lite car. I think that's the last time it's going to be on the car this year, maybe ever. Yikes, but good for him. Locks himself in the playoffs. 5 playoff points, obviously. The race itself, honestly, look, I like to give the facts. I like to tell you, every once in a while I'll give you my opinion on the racing and stuff, but I'm going to be honest with you. Boy, oh boy, was this a tough one. The racing itself, it had a couple good moments, but other than that, it wasn't that great. I'm going to be honest with you. The whole point of this package is to make the racing closer, more side-by-side racing. Dude, Bowman was freaking pulling people. Truex was pulling people. Once you get clean air and you're in the lead, you pull people. You pull ahead by a good bit. And it's hard to pass. It is hard to freaking pass. And it's not like, oh, the car's better than you. It's hard to send it off in the corner. It's just because of the freaking air. I just don't understand. I really don't. Fans got really high on this package a couple years ago when they ran at the All-Star race. It was like, close racing, oh my gosh, 4 wide. And Jeff Gordon said something. He's like, oh, Keselowski going down there trying to break the air like it's Daytona or Talladega. They should not be running Charlotte Motor Speedway like it is Daytona or Talladega. Okay? Look, I want to see driver skill. I want to see how deep drivers can throw it into the corner. I want to see them slipping and sliding. I want to see who is the best driver based off of talent, not based of who has... okay, let me rephrase this. Having the best car matters. Yes, that is a very important factor. Don't get me wrong. But driver talent should play a factor into who wins the race and who does the best. That should be an important factor. That really should, okay? It really should. Jimmy Johnson in that last corner should have had an opportunity to do something. But no, he can't, okay? I could go into a long thing about this when this video is already going on long enough, so we will save that for a later date. But the racing itself could have been better, in my opinion. If you run different package, you have... We're not getting into it. Anyways, Brad Keselowski wins. Good for him. Jimmy Johnson, second. Really good run for him. Led a couple laps there. Was in the top 10 most of the night. Ends up getting a second-place finish. He has had a really strong start to the year. Hendrick Motorsports a really strong start to the year. My, oh my. I don't like to be the negative guy, but they should have won this race. Bowman dominated the first half of this race, led over 160 laps. Chase Elliott led 40-plus laps at the end there. Johnson led some laps. Byron was up there. They had the best cars all night. They should have won this race. They should have had a win in this race, but Brad Keselowski steals the win at the end. If you're Rick Hendrick, you got to be beyond frustrated with this race. You should have had this race win in the bag. You should have won this race with any 4 of your cars, and you finished second and third behind a guy who was not better than you. You should be frustrated. You should not be happy at all. Rick Hendrick should not. He may look at the standing or look at the results and see, I have a car in second, I have a car in third. I'm happy. No. I don't think Rick Hendrick's happy after tonight. Second and third looks great and stuff. You may say that, but I disagree. A Rick Hendrick car should have won this race tonight. They had the best cars all night, and they should have won this race tonight. Third, Chase Elliott. Nice little comeback on the last restart, I guess. Throws away another win. Not entirely his fault, but, On to the next, Charlotte. Whatever. We could rant about that forever. 4th, Ryan Blaney. Not a bad run for him. Started 26th. Ends up getting a 4th place finish. 5th place, Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch ends up getting a top 5. He went up to Chase Elliott after they fought. They fought. No. He was just giving some words of encouragement, saying, hey, that's a tough one for you and your team. Your day will come eventually. Yeah, I've been saying that for a few races now. That day has not come. It should have come at Darlington. It should have come tonight. They just can't seem to get it together. I am a frustrated person right now. 6th, Kevin Harvick. 7th, Martin Truex Jr. Truex, one of the green flag passes for the lead. Truex passed Bowman because he used a lap car as a pick. When one of your 2 passes for the leads is using Joey Gase as a pick, that's frustrating. I'm sorry I'm being so negative tonight, but you know what? I try my best to stay positive most of the time, but sometimes it just has to be said. So I'm saying it tonight. All right? That was a crap call at the end. This is going off topic again, but let me. That was a crap call at the end. You should have stayed out. You saw what happened in Las Vegas. Oh my gosh. People got to get off this package. I know a lot of people like it, but oh my gosh. It is not that great. Okay? They seriously need to reconsider what they do for the next-gen car. There's probably something in there I'm missing that I'm frustrated about. Hendrick Motorsports should have won. Oh, my gosh. Not just Chase Elliott. I'm not saying Chase Elliott should have won. He should have won, but it should have been a Hendrick car. It really should have been a Hendrick car, any one of them. Golly, they can't close a race. Except for Bowman. He closed a race this year. Where were we? 8th, Kurt Busch. Started on pole, led the first 50 laps, kind of fell off after that. I really don't know. The first 150 laps I kind of missed. There were parts I was there for, parts I was missed. Whatever. 9th, Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick's had a good start to the year. That's positive. He's doing pretty good for a rookie. 10th, Christopher Bell, his first career top 10. He's been pretty disappointing this year, but you know what? He's got his first career top 10. Good for you, Christopher Bell. 2 rookies in the top 10 again. Let's go. 11th, Chris Buescher. 12th, Eric Jones. 13th, Cole Custer. Another rookie. Really good run for the rookies. 17th, John Hunter Nemechek. So there's all your rookies right there. Really good run for them. 14th, Joey Logano. He won stage 3. 15th, Austin Dillon. He actually had a pretty solid run. He was in the top 10 for a good chunk of the race. 16th, Eric Almirola. Pretty good recovery considering he spun in qualifying and had to start at the back. Or, no, he spun in qualifying and therefore he qualified dead last. You get my point. 17th, John Hunter Nemechek. 18th, Matt DiBenedetto. He led some laps. 19th, Michael McDowell. 20th, Alex Bowman. Alex Bowman, oh my gosh. He finished 20th. He really got shuffled back there. Wow. He led over 160 laps. Won the first 2 stages. Looked like he was going to kick everyone's ass in this race. Finished 20th. Whew, we thought Chase Elliott had a disappointing night. That is even more disappointing. He had the best car for at least the first half of the race. Once he got back there in traffic, it wasn't as good. But, man, that's frustrating. 21st, William Byron. Look, a lot of people are giving William Byron hate because he spun and caused that caution that cost Elliott the race. Don't put that on Byron. Okay, listen to me. Do not put that on Byron. You do not get mad at William Byron. That is not his fault. That is his tire's fault. His tire decided to blow. Do you think William Byron, his teammates leading with 2 laps to go, is like, I think I'm going to spin out here. No, William Byron, he's not stupid, guys, and he would not do that. Okay? He had a tire go out, and it ripped up his car. That is not his fault. 22nd, Roush Chastain. 23rd, Ryan Preece. 24th, Corey LaJoie. 25th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. 26th, Ty Dillon. 27th, Matt Kenseth hit the wall. He actually had a really fast car today. It's unfortunate. 28th, Ryan Newman. He had a battery issue, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. 29th, Daniel Suarez. 30th, Denny Hamlin. This is a story. The weight, or there was another word Bob Pockrass used, fell out of his car on the pace laps and flew out. And that results in a 4-race suspension for, I believe, the car chief, the crew chief, and the lead engineer. 4-race suspension. Yeah, that's not good. Because apparently when this piece that flew out, if that were to fly out at full speed, it could cause a lot of damage to the car. And it could also severely injure someone. So, yeah, I think it's like they add in weight to reach the minimum weight requirement, and that was part of it. But that's pretty freaking bad for Joe Gibbs. That's unfortunate for Denny Hamlin that he loses Chris Gabehart, his car chief, and his lead engineer. That's going to hurt them a bit. 31st, Brennan Poole. 32nd, Greg Galding. 33rd, BJ McLeod. 34th, Garrett Smithley. 35th, Timmy Hill. Go Timmy. 36th, Quinn Houff. 37th, Joey Gase. Go Joey Gase. 38th, J.J. Elliott. 39th, Bubba Wallace. He had an issue. It was mechanical. Dead last, Clint Boyer. Blue tire. Hit the wall really hard. That was his day. Guys, I don't think I'm going to get over this one. Not just Chase Elliott, but Hendrick Motorsports should have freaking won this race. They should have won this race. Jimmy Johnson had an opportunity with the restart. He was leading with like 50 laps to go. For some odd reason, I really don't know why. Selected the outside lane when the inside line had been doing great on restarts all night. Decided to pick the outside. God knows why. Loses the lead there. Chase Elliott leading. And then a Hendrick car spins out with 2 to go. Once again, not William Byron's fault. But just Chase Elliott's luck. Has an opportunity to make the call to stay out and potentially try to hold off the field for just 2 laps. Two laps. 2 laps. Maybe even less than that. If there's a caution. 2 laps. But nope. Let's send him down for tires and settle with a top 5 finish. And Alex Bowman, let's dominate the whole first half of the race. And the last couple laps, let's get shuffled back to 20th. I quit, guys. I really quit. Hendrick Motorsports is going to be the death of me. I quit.